Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm really excited about what we've got here. We've got the best resource that you can find at the moment for MMEG. It's been done by some of the guys on Discord, and it's really going to help you with your theory crafting and all that sort of stuff. So firstly, I think you can notice I've gone out and invested. See, I did a video with Childish, and he told me that if I wanted to do another one with him, that I've got to get on his level. And so I've gone out and bought the green screen and a new mic. So I'm hoping it sounds all right and it looks all right. He didn't actually say that. He's a great bloke. He wouldn't care about anything like that. But I just thought I'd try and take it that one step further. I've got my little golem mate behind me right there. But yeah, this website is fantastic. So some of the guys from Discord, they've created a new channel that they're doing to bring us stuff like this. It's amazing work. I'd have no idea how to create anything like this. They've got real talent. So the main guys behind this, PORKSMASH, this guy, I'm going to get your name wrong, COMPEANANSI. I know I've said that wrong. I'm going to put your names on the screen. Max, and they've got together all this information along with the development team. So the development team has been working with them to give them resources and help them get all the information we need out there. So before we go through the actual website, they've made a post on Reddit, and it just basically goes through what's in it at the moment and what they have planned for. So basically at the moment they've got the current features, advanced creature filtering, so you can search for your creature. We'll go through that in a bit. The filters are amazing. You can search for a certain debuff you want, a certain buff, anything like that. The skill multipliers, which is a big one, because before this we just have to test and see how monsters went. I'm really loving this because I've already found a new 2-star monster that I'm really excited to test. Unfortunately, I fed all of them that I had yesterday, so I'm grinding those elemental dungeons to try and get it. And then the max level stats of creatures, which is also a fantastic resource for when you're trying to decide, oh, is this attacker going to be good? What's its base attack? All that sort of thing. Then they've got the planned additions. So they want to do more detailed creature pages with like the different evolutions, the stats at different star levels. So you say your 4-star max stats. And then when to use percentage or flat glyphs based on what star they are, which would be fantastic as well. More information is they're looking at the dungeon information, so the stats of the mobs, like the boss's stats, and the stats of even the monsters in the waves. So if you get real technical, you can theory craft what sort of attack and crit damage you need to one-shot enemies with attack buffs, things like that. Very, very advanced stuff, but good stuff to know nonetheless. And the experience you gain, all that sort of thing, and what drops where, and I'm tipping that would include drop rates and stuff like that if they can get their hands on that information. And the last one here, it says, if a method to extract account information becomes available, they'll expand it to add additional functions. And I've been told that XZANDRO, one of the other guys, if they get the permissions they need, I think they're looking at even possibly doing a form of glyph optimizer, sort of uses the information from your game to tell you to know what glyphs you have, and you'd be able to sort of put it into the program, the system, how it magically works, I don't know, and it'll give you the optimized glyphs to put on your monster to get the desired stats you want. But yeah, like I said, that's not guaranteed. That's just something down the road if they get the permissions they need to do all that stuff. I think it might be sketchy on getting it, but see what happens. It would be a fantastic tool for everyone out there. So we'll jump into the site and I'll show you the functionality of it. It's absolutely fantastic. I use it on my phone as well. It works really well on the phone too. So in the middle here, you can just see all the different creatures. On the left, you have the search bar. You can search for name. So the name that you search for is exactly how it is in the game. So if it's like Adamant Samurai, you search for that, just that sort of thing. The next one you have is element. So you can just search for it by any element, just tick boxes, multiple. Your star range, the type being attacker, defender, saboteur, or support. And then spells. This is a fantastic feature. You can search for monsters that scale with different things, speed, defense, lost HP. There's so many filters out there. And then if it's AoE, self single target, random dead, I think that's just a sort of one specific monster, that doesn't really matter. But then yeah, you can get into buffs and debuffs. So if you're looking for, say, you're like, oh, I really want a good attack buffer for my team, you'll click that and you go apply, and then it'll search through and it gives you all the monsters with attack buff. It does show you every evolution too. If you just got to scroll through and get through it, but that's a fantastic sort of feature. I love looking for monsters with through their buffs and debuffs they provide. Really good for team building, theory crafting, all that sort of thing. So then I was just playing with it, and I was like, okay, so if we can clear this out of here. All right, so then I was like, skill multipliers. That is something else that I was absolutely excited about. So we look at something like the Wind Samurai. I just did a video on him. So if we go Samurai, I'm a slow typer, yes. Okay, so here we go. His third skill. When I tested him, you just mouse over on your phone, you click on it, and it shows you up the top there, it says AoE 1.6 times attack. So that's his damage multiplier. That's a very good multiplier. We won't get too much into how it's calculated. It's pretty much just 1.6 times his attack. 1.6 is a very good multiplier. And then you look at things like when I was testing him against the damage that my fire dragon could do. So if I go into the dragons, we can see here that my dragon, his second skill, only has a 1.2 multiplier. So that's why my Wind Samurai is doing much more damage, because he has a higher base attack and a higher multiplier on his attack. The dragon was closer to him, because if you look at all these damage increases, the dragon gets 40% damage increased. I'm still not 100% sure if that damage is basically, you see this 1.2 times attack. If you put brackets around that and go 1.4, I'm not sure if that's how it works. I think it is. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, the damage increases from skill ups are very important too, in attackers especially. And then I decided, at the moment, HP scaling is insane. So I wanted to look at the most overpowered monster I could think of at the moment. I won't say overpowered, I'll say a very strong monster. I don't like those words, but the Earth Giant. So if you look at his multiplier, it's insane. So I thought it was going to be that, like, this is something else fantastic. It sheds a light on things that I didn't know how they work, but now I do. So I always thought that a HP-based damage dealer would get less scaling from attack, but they don't. They actually get, their attack multiplier is the same as an attacker. So basically, anything in the game at the moment with an additional multiplier, be it based on speed, HP, defense, enemies, whatever, all those sorts of things, it's that they get their attack, they get their full attack in on that multiplier as well. So this guy has an AoE, it does basically, so what first you'll work out the enemy's max HP and times it by 0.15, so 15% of the enemy's HP, that's additional to anything else. So it's 1.5 times the attack plus that 15% of the enemy's HP. That's why he's doing so much damage, because he's just got that massive, sorry, not enemies, that's his HP. So he's just doing so much damage because of that massive extra chunk of damage provided by the enemy's HP. And since they did a patch a little bit before global launch that buffed every monster's base HP, it just means monsters have more HP in general. They have less defense as well, meaning that since then, HP damage dealers have just been doing a lot of damage. And while I was talking, I just wanted to check out another one. Just out of curiosity's sake, the Ice Knight. I'm really curious on his one now. Okay, so he's 1.5 as well. Wow. Plus 0.14. I think that's pretty much the same multiplier, isn't it? Wait, let's go back. I could be building my Ice Knight as a massive damage dealer. It was 1.4 max HP. Sorry, 0.14. So he's 0.15. So they're very close. Obviously, if you look at max their base HP though, that's where the Giant gets him. So the Giant's got that 9,600, and the Ice Knight has 7,400. But that is still a huge multiplier for a natural 2-star monster. and he gets 25% damage increase on that. So that is one I'm actually really keen to test now. Next glyph removal, I'm going to build an Ice Knight fully for damage. But this is what I'm talking about. This website, it is fantastic. It's a great resource. This is the kind of thing, I'll sit here for hours on this website doing this sort of thing. Just, I wonder what this monster's like. And it absorbs my time because I love theory crafting in these types of games. And this site just lets you do that endlessly. Like I said, those guys, PORKSMASH, COMPEANANSI, sorry man, I'm terrible at names, Max, and XZANDRO, if you get that extra feature, they put in a heap of effort. This is all just free stuff that they're doing for the community. I really appreciate everything they've done. They've got the smarts to do it. I wouldn't be able to put something like this together. And massive props to the devs as well for getting around them, helping them out with resources, and basically just making the game better for everyone, because this helps everyone out. So I'll leave a link to everything in the description. Those guys, if they've got any channel, YouTube or Twitch channels, or even their Reddit channels, I'll leave all the links I can think of in the description. A link to this site, a link to the Reddit page as well. But I hope you guys get as much out of this as I will. It's a fantastic resource, and yeah, I'm just really glad that there's been people so generous to give their time to put something like this together for us. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Cheers.